Okay, so I'm going to go over Photoshop mini lesson 2 right now. So we're going to first start by creating new, and you're going to type in title, which is going to be your name. I'm putting Miss Lee, but ML2, and your dimension should be 12 by 8 inches. So I have it already input here. Width is 12, height is 8. Make sure the unit is inches. If you don't do this, then you'll have 12 by 8 pixels, which will be very, very small. Okay? Make sure these settings are correct. I'm going to press create, and now we have our artboard. So the first step is I want you to color in the background and create this illusion of a table and wall. Essentially, it's just two rectangle boxes that we're filling in. So the first step is I'm going to use the paint bucket tool, and you could choose a color. There's swatches. I could use color this way. I could double click on my foreground color to pick, whatever color you want. You have that choice. Let's say I go with this kind of minty green. I fill it in. I flood the entire space. And then I use the rectangular marquee tool, and I'm just going to create this box from edge to edge. And now I know that this area has been selected, and now I could flood this with the paint bucket tool with a different color. So with this top area, let's say we go with, I don't know, maybe this kind of neutrally, or I don't know, purple? Okay, so let's say I go with this color. And then I click inside that selection marquee tool, and now I have these two tones within the rectangle. So this is the wall, and this could be our table. Now, once you're done using the selection marquee tool, we have to deselect. To deselect our selection marquee tool, you could either press Command D as a shortcut if you're using Apple computers, or Control D if you're using a PC, or you go to in the file menu. I don't know if it actually catches the file menu up top, but if you go down to select, you're going to see the word deselect and the shortcut next to it. So I'm going to press deselect, and now there's nothing selected within this space. I hope that makes sense. All right. So next thing is you might actually, this might not be what you see on the right in your panel boxes. There might be a third category, but something that I want you to get used to using is the layers menu. Illustrator also had layers, but in Photoshop it is very, very important because you have to create your own layers, or else you just have this one layer, for example, our background. So first, what I need you to do is go down here. Okay, it says if you hover over it, create new layer. It also looks like a piece of paper folded over. And once I create that, you'll see that I have layer 1. I'm going to call this bowl because we're going to create a bowl on this layer. I'm just going to, I want to make this thumbnail, the layers thumbnail, a little bit larger so you could see better. So you'll see that it has this like gridded gray and white. Basically what that's saying, it's transparent. Imagine that there's layers in Photoshop as well, that they're kind of stacked on top of each other. So the bowl is above the background layer. So just be mindful that this is above the purple and green area. So first I'm going to be using the elliptical tool again. And I'm going to just create a nice kind of oval shape like this. Okay, so I have this shape here, and something you're going to notice is that, again, there's the tool option bar in Photoshop where depending on what tools you use, you have different options. And this is very important today in what we're going to be using. So if you hover over, this is symbol for new selection, add to selection, subtract from selection, and then intersect with selection. What I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract from this selection of the oval kind of elliptical shape. So I click on this, and I'm going to create another ellipse over it. and I'm gonna kind of create my bowl shape here. Do you guys see that? So as you can see, I subtracted that top oval shape to create this almost like banana-like shape to create my, what's it called? My bowl. So while this is selected, I'm gonna choose the color of my bowl. So here I go again. Actually, I'm gonna go to swatches. Maybe I'll go with like a traditional darker kind of bowl color. I'm gonna use the paint bucket tool. Maybe I'll make it a little bit brighter. Maybe like a more brown color. Okay, so now that I've done that, I could use the move tool here. I don't know if you guys could see. This is the move tool. Essentially, when you select something, you're able to kind of move it around. Okay, so because the bowl is selected, as you can see with the dotted line, I could also move it. However, if I press Command D and I let go of that, I still am able to move the bowl independently because it's on its own layer and it's the only kind of pixels that are on the screen. The next step is to place the image into Photoshop. It's similar to how you place images on Illustrator. So you should download the Fruits image that I've attached to the classwork assignment. You're going to go to your menu bar, File. It's not going to just be plain placed. You're going to do Place Embedded. And mine's in the download folder. Okay. And then I'm going to place the image on here. And you're going to notice that there's this like X mark on your image. And this is when you could just move your image around. You could scale it at this point. But in order for you to start editing on this, you have to either click enter, okay? And now that now that X is gone, you're also going to see that the image is on its own layer. I just want to bring this up a little bit. And you'll also notice the symbol next to your image. So it's still a smart object. So if I were to go and like work on this, it's not working. So you need to kind of rasterize this before you proceed. Double click or click enter and that rasterized image is gone, and now you could paint on it, no problem.